Fashion, noun, one, uncountable, countable, a popular style of cloth, hair, etc., at a particular time or place. The state of being popular. Dressed in the latest fashion. The new season's fashions. Long skirts have come into fashion again. Jeans are still in fashion. Some styles never go out of fashion. Serrated entries. The fashion world. 2. Countable. A popular way of behaving, doing an activity, etc. The fashion at the time was for teaching mainly the written language. Fashions in art and literature come and go. 3. Uncountable. The business of making or selling clothes in new and different styles. A fashion designer, magazine, show. The world of fashion. The fashion industry. Serrated entries. The fashion world. Extra examples. Dress me in the proper fashion. Application for the course can be made in the normal fashion. Black is always in fashion. Careful spending has gone out of fashion in our consumer society. Costs and revenues are assumed to behave in a linear fashion. Each chapter is structured in a similar fashion. Fashions in art come and go. Flared trousers were a fashion statement of the 70s. He asked questions in a direct fashion. He delivered his speech in classic fashion. He has a small vocabulary and is only able to express himself in a limited fashion. He insisted the meeting be held in true spy novel fashion, in the open air. He presents it in an entertaining fashion. He set a fashion for large hats. Her summer collection took the fashion world by storm. I need your expert fashion advice. I strive to get my work done in a timely fashion. I've given up trying to keep up with the latest fashions. I've started my own fashion line. Karpov struck back in no uncertain fashion to win the 7th game. Light and sound are recorded in such different fashions. Paris, the world's fashion capital. Pessimism has become the fashion. Please proceed in an orderly fashion to the promenade deck. She always wore the latest fashions. She had no fashion sense whatsoever. She has corrected that oversight in fine fashion. She laid out her argument in a convincing fashion. She looked like a fashion plate. She loves fashion and makeup. She spoke in French after the fashion of the court. She spoke in French after, copying the fashion of the court. She started her career as a fashion model. She was respected as a fashion icon. She was strolling in a leisurely fashion in the opposite direction. She wore a powdered wig, as was the fashion of the day. She writes in a serious fashion about the future. So they became friends after a fashion. Somebody called the fashion police, please. Students become frustrated with learning verbs paired to fashion. The book traces how fashions have changed over the years. The convention proceeded in the normal fashion. The descent of the footpath starts in easy fashion. The new summer fashions have arrived. The palazzo represents the height of architectural fashion for the mid-17th century. The store sells everything from casual clothes to high fashion. The story moves in circular fashion. The troops embarked in an orderly fashion. They act in a purposeful and deliberate fashion. They celebrated their win in traditional fashion by spraying champagne everywhere. This theory, though recent, is more than a passing fashion. We had just gone out when, in typical fashion, the rain came down. We need to tackle this problem in a coordinated fashion. What were your worst fashion disasters? When did the phrase first came into fashion? Why are they behaving in such a ridiculous fashion? A magazine fashion spread. A passion for French fashions and goods. Buttons ready in best police fashion. Changing fashions in education. Classic fashions for your wardrobe. Fresh interest in the New York fashion scene. Household names in the world of fashion and design. One of the most successful fashion houses in Milan. Photographers at fashion shoots. Slowly descending the stairs in a grand fashion. The fashion for long dresses. The fashion runways of Italy and France. The influence of Italian designer fashion on the cloth industry. The latest fashion trend. The popular fashions of the day. The world's top fashion experts. These seasons must have accessories that no fashion victim will be seen without. Watching how fashions change over the years. When people confront you in a negative fashion, I remembered clearly the peculiar fashion in which it all happened. Jeans are always in fashion. Some styles never go out of fashion. The stores are full of the spring fashions. They all want to work in fashion. A fashion designer, magazine, show,